Israel's Merkava tanks are back in the West Bank, one of the world's most advanced battle machines returning to one of the most tense and volatile regions on the planet. But why now? What does this mean for the ongoing conflict? And how will it change the situation on the ground? The Merkava is not just any tank. It's a fortress on tracks, designed for both attack and defense, built with one purpose: to dominate the battlefield. But its return to the West Bank raises serious questions about military strategy, political tensions, and the future of the region. In today's video, we're diving deep into the Merkava's return, why it's happening, how it impacts the situation, and what could come next. Stay tuned. Israel Defense Force, IDF, deployed tanks to the occupied West Bank on Sunday as part of its expanded counter-terrorism efforts. Images posted online showed at least 3 Merkava main battle tanks near the city of Jenin. It marks the first time in more than 2 decades that tanks have been sent to the territory. According to Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz, the IDF will maintain a presence for at least a year and will not allow upwards of 40,000 displaced Palestinians to return as part of the efforts to root out terror operatives. We will not return to the reality that was in the past. We will continue to clear refugee camps and other terror centers to dismantle the battalions and terror infrastructure of the extreme Islam that was built, armed, funded, and supported by the Iranian evil axis, in an attempt to establish an Eastern terror front, Katz added. IDF tanks last deployed to the West Bank during 2002's Operation Defensive Shield, a military incursion launched in response to the Second Intifada uprising from 2002 to 2005. Operation Iron Wall is underway. The IDF launched its offensive into the northern West Bank on January 21st as part of an effort to thwart terrorist activity. The Israeli military has said it is proactively seeking to avoid another October 7th-style attack that could be launched from refugee camps in Jenin, Tubas, or Tulkarm. This weekend, a tank division was deployed to the area of operations and will remain throughout 2025. Dubbed Operation Iron Wall, the military offensive has required that the nearly 40,000 Palestinians have been evacuated from at least 3 refugee camps, all of which are now empty of residents, Katz said in a media statement. I have instructed troops to prepare for a prolonged presence in the cleared camps for the coming year and to prevent the return of residents and the resurgence of terrorism, Katz added. Will the West Bank become another Gaza? The West Bank has seen a marked increase in violence since the Iranian-backed Hamas carried out its terrorist attack into southern Israel on October 7, 2023. According to Al Jazeera, as many as 900 Palestinians, including militants, have been killed by Israeli soldiers or civilian settlers. The IDF has also acknowledged, however, that it mistakenly killed civilians in the recent fighting. Around 3 million Palestinians are reported to live in the West Bank, which was captured by the IDF during the Six-Day War in 1967. The West Bank and Gaza are seen as the core of any future Palestinian state, but there have been calls from some Israeli hardliners who support expanded settlements for annexation of Judea and Samaria, the biblical term for the lands included in the West Bank. The deployment of the armored vehicles to the Palestinian territory came after a series of bus explosions near Tel Aviv last week. The bombs appeared to have detonated prematurely and resulted in no casualties. Izz ad-Din al-Qassam Brigades, a branch of the military wing of Hamas, praised the attacks but stopped short of taking responsibility, the Guardian newspaper reported. The IDF's chariots await. It is unclear how many Merkava MBTs have been deployed to the West Bank, but the tanks, named after the Hebrew word for chariot, remain the backbone of the IDF's armored forces. The first Merkava model entered service in 1979. The tanks have long been noted for their compromise of firepower, protection, and mobility. Far from the fastest MBTs in service today, the tanks were optimized for operations in the rough terrain of northern Israel and the Golan Heights, while significant emphasis was placed on the crew's survivability. Israel could afford to lose a few tanks, but not tank crews. Over the course of 40 years, the homegrown Israeli tanks have been steadily upgraded and improved. The Merkava Mk4 Barak variant first entered service in 2023 and is widely considered among the absolute best main battle tanks in the world today. However, being the best doesn't mean it is unstoppable or indestructible. At least one of the vaunted tanks has been lost in the fighting in Gaza, destroyed by a massive IED. While the commander and gunner were killed, the driver survived. Several older Merkava models have also been lost in Gaza and in southern Lebanon in battles with the Tehran-backed Hezbollah. The Merkava MBTs sent to the West Bank were meant to be part of a show of force, but the crews likely know the tanks could still make inviting targets. Merkava tank, Israel's ultimate war machine. The Merkava is Israel's premier main battle tank, MBT, designed to deliver superior firepower, advanced protection, and enhanced mobility on the battlefield. Since its introduction in 1979, the Merkava has evolved through multiple generations, each improving on the last to create one of the world's most formidable armored vehicles. Armament. The Merkava is armed with a powerful array of weapons, making it a deadly force on the battlefield. Main gun. The Merkava Mk4 is equipped with a 120mm smoothbore gun, capable of firing multiple types of ammunition, including high-explosive anti-tank, heat, armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding sabot (APFSDS), and guided missiles for engaging long-range targets. Secondary weapons. 3 7.62mm machine guns are mounted for defense, 1 coaxial with the main gun and 2 for the commander's use. A 60mm internal mortar provides additional indirect fire capability, useful for engaging enemy troops in cover. The Merkava is also compatible with anti-tank guided missiles, ATGMS, increasing its ability to engage heavily armored targets at extended distances. Armor and protection. One of the Merkava's greatest strengths is its superior defensive capabilities, designed to maximize crew survivability in combat. Modular composite armor allows for easy field replacement and enhanced protection against projectiles, RPGs, and missiles. The front-mounted engine adds an extra layer of protection for the crew, absorbing potential explosive impacts. The Trophy Active Protection System, APS, is a cutting-edge defense mechanism that detects, tracks, and destroys incoming threats, such as RPGs and anti-tank missiles, before they can hit the tank. Blast-resistant ammunition storage ensures that even if the tank takes a direct hit, the risk of internal explosions is minimized. Mobility and performance. Despite its heavily armored design, the Merkava is highly mobile and capable of operating in a variety of terrains. Powered by a 1,500 horsepower turbocharged diesel engine, the Merkava can reach speeds of up to 64 kilometers per hour, 40 miles per hour. It has an operational range of approximately 500 kilometers, 310 miles, making it effective for extended missions. Its advanced hydropneumatic suspension system provides a smoother ride over rough terrain, improving accuracy and crew comfort during movement. Crew and additional features. The Merkava was designed with crew efficiency and battlefield versatility in mind. The tank is operated by a 4-person crew consisting of the commander, gunner, loader, and driver. One unique feature of the Merkava is its rear compartment, which can carry additional infantry troops or be used to evacuate wounded soldiers under combat conditions. The fire control system is equipped with automatic target tracking, allowing for precise targeting even while moving, night vision and thermal imaging, enabling effective operation in low visibility conditions, a laser rangefinder, ensuring pinpoint accuracy when engaging distant threats. The Merkava tank stands as a technological marvel, combining powerful weaponry, cutting-edge defense systems, and exceptional mobility. Designed specifically for the challenges of modern warfare, it remains a cornerstone of Israel's military strategy and one of the most formidable battle tanks in the world. What do you think about the Merkava? Is it the best tank on the battlefield today? Let us know your thoughts.